what was it, Cellulon and Mobile. But while I'm here, what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to draw this using the calculator method. So we'll do Cellulon first. Output equals 4x, agreed? Output equals 4x. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do function. We're going to do define fx. And we're going to do 4x. Has everybody got that? 4x. You're doing this with me? Because I assume. Okay, press XQ. It's stored. Then go home. Go table function. Now, if you look down the bottom, it goes up in hundreds, doesn't it? 0, 100, 200, yeah? So let's see if we can make this work. So we go 0, 100, 200, 300. No, that doesn't work. I thought if I press plus it would work. 400, 500, 600, and 700. Does it give you all the points on the graph? It does, doesn't it? And we discussed earlier that 700, 2,800 was the last one, wasn't it? And the first one was 0, 0. We okay with that, gents? And it will do the same thing for 2x plus 1,000. So if you go back to your calculator and you go back to function and you go define function and you go, well, I'm not using 4x anymore. What I'm going to use is 1,000 plus 2x. You can find out the values for the other one as well. Now I wonder if it'll do it for me. Ah, already done. 700 and 2,400. There it is there. That's the 0.7 and 2,400. And then the 0, 1. We go back to the very beginning. We got 0, 1,000, which is this point here. Okay. So this graph in general means at 200 megabytes, see 200, which one's cheaper? Cellulon or mobile? So when I get 200, which one's cheaper? Anybody tell me which one's cheaper? Cellulon is at 200. Cellulon roughly costs 800. Does everybody see that? And at 200, how much does this one cost? It costs 1,400. So would you all agree that at 200, Cellulon is cheaper than mobile? Would everybody be happy with that? Yeah. Now, so if you're, and then when are they equal to each other? Isn't it 500 and what's the other number? 2,000. So anything below 500, Cellulon is cheaper than mobile. Anything above 500, Cellulon is more expensive than mobile. See the way the line becomes higher than the other one. The yellow line becomes higher than the blue line. So that's what you have to answer in this question. Okay? So what we're going to do here is anything below 500. Is it gigabytes, megabytes, or what is it measured in? The x-axis. Give me a look. Megabytes. Cellulon. Is a Cellulon is cheaper than? Anything above? Is that okay, guys? Okay, you ready? Now, you're listening, yeah? Yeah. Okay, guys. So, we have to put in the point B and D, don't we? B is 4, 7, 4 across and 7 up. D is 0 minus 4. Everybody all right with that? B and D? They were worth 5 marks in total. Then we have to write down what A is. What is A, guys? A is located here. What do we think it is? Anybody? Minus 3, 2. And C, 7 and 1. Okay, now I'm going to copy these onto a new page. I'm going to need them all. Okay, here they are. Okay. Now here we go. This is going to be a busy page. So the first things, a lot of people, unfortunately, you forgot what the two vertical lines mean. Can anybody tell me, make this a bit larger. Okay. What did those two vertical lines mean? They do not mean parallel. They mean the distance. When it's two lines like that, when the two lines are directly beside each other, that means parallel. Is AB parallel to CD? But it doesn't look like that. What it looks like is AB sandwiched in between the two lines and CD over here. That means the distance formula. How many people mistook that for parallel? So straight away, I can't give you any marks for that. There's nothing I can do for you. Okay? So then we're going to put in the distance formula, aren't we? What is it? X2 minus X1 squared and Y2 minus Y1 squared. And then we're going to do it for AB. Sorry, excuse me. And then okay, there's going to be two of them, isn't there? There's going to be two of these. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. Okay, so we'll start with the first one. This is a bit tiring, alright? So what's AB, guys? AB? X1, Y1, and? Okay, and we go for what goes here? 4 here. Double minus, which is a plus, you're correct. And here? And here? 2. Can somebody call out what you got for that? 8.6. Everybody alright with that? Yep. Okay. Next one. We're doing CD now, aren't we? Everybody see CD? So what do we get here? What's Y2? Minus 4, then Y1? 1. Y2? Minus 4. And then Y1? Did I do it wrong? Okay, let me go back to start. X2 is 0. X1 is? Y2 is minus 4. Y1 is 1. What do we get? 8.6 again. Okay. Now, that's it. That went for 10 marks. Now I bring these points down again. And I have another one to do. What does parallel mean? It means same slope. So we're going to use the slope formula. Y2 minus Y1 over minus X1. Okay, so what's that? X1, Y1, and X2, Y2. So what do we get? Oh, so I'm doing this wrong because it should be A with. A is paired with D this time. See the way A and D are paired off this time? So I'm doing minus 4, 2, and then the other one is 0, minus 3. Did everybody get an answer 2? Okay. Oh, sorry, minus 2. Yeah? And then the other one, guys. X1, Y1, and X2, Y2, yeah? And they're going to do it in green. So it's 1 take away 7. Then 7 take away 4. And once again, it's going to be minus 2. Same slope. Therefore, parallel, aren't they? All good? You've done this question before, so it should be easy by now. Okay. Did I give you a spare paper yesterday? Grand. Now, what's the next one? midpoint, isn't it? So I have to do x1 plus x2 over 2. Now, the key thing to remember, guys, a lot of you made this mistake. It's a point. Example of a point would be 5, 3, wouldn't it? They're two separate entities. This is a separate one from this one. They're two separate calculations. Do you got me? Okay. So what we do now is, obviously, I shrink this down. Control D it. Okay. And what I'm going to do is going to rub this out. So, all I got to do is fill in the numbers, don't I? And then I Control D this one. Oh, and there we go. I'm going to do two different calculations. Now, where are the points I need again? They're up here, aren't they? I'm going to drag them down with me. Okay, I'll drag them underneath. So I'm dragging these points underneath, okay? So A is paired with, and B is paired with D. You all good with that? So what I'd say is AC is x1, y1. C is, what do we get? 7 minus 3 over 2. And the other one? 2 plus 1 over 2. We get an answer of 2 and 1.5. Then I go to a new one. I have to pair B and D together. So B is x1, sorry, different color please. B is x1, y1. D is x2, y2. Put them in and what do we get? 4 plus 0. 7 minus 4. 2 and 1.5. Okay, we're going to pause there. Now, last part. Okay. Evan wants us to prove that ABCD is a parallelogram. Based on parts 1, 2, and 3, state one fact that proves it's a parallelogram. Okay, so go back to my diagram. Everybody see the diagram? Okay. The one I like to use is this one. In a parallelogram, the diagonals intercept at their midpoints. Do you see that? Do you see the way the midpoint of AC is the same as the midpoint of BD? That is definite proof it's a parallelogram. Okay? I think one pair of sides having the same slope might not necessarily be the same conclusive proof. Or two sides having the same length. It says I'm only allowed to use one fact, isn't it? I'm not allowed to pair two of them together. So for me, it's the diagonals of the parallelogram intercept at the midpoint. It's the one I'd use. Yes, sir. Well, read the question. Have you obeyed the question? So, should you lose marks? There you go. Here we go. It wasn't a good question, to be honest. There we go. Okay, guys. So, Pythagoras' theorem, okay? So, use trigonometry to find the angle y. Would everybody be okay that we're definitely using this, we're using that triangle down there, yeah? Okay. We're using angle y, which is this angle down here. This side is the opposite. The 12 is the 10 is the. So, which function should I use? Am I using the opposite? Y. Exactly, so gone and gone. So what's left? Cos. Cos y is 10 over 12. Get to the calculator, go back to calculator, I suppose. And then do cos inverse. Cos inverse 10 over 12 for your angle. Okay, so go shift cos inverse 10 over 12. How many people got this one right? Now, do you know my answer's wrong? Can anybody tell me how to fix that? No, that's not it. But good call nonetheless. It is meant to be 33.5, but my one keeps getting it wrong. Can anybody tell me why? My angle unit is wrong. So you go shift. So you go settings. You go calc settings, angle unit, and you go degree. You press OK. And then you go back and try it again. You go shift cos inverse 10 over 12. And long behold, whoop. There it is, 33.55 or 33.6 degrees. Who got that? 33.6? Nobody. Did anybody get 33.5? Didn't round it off properly. That's not what I asked you to do. I asked you to one decimal place. Okay. Now, find the value of x. Where is x, guys? X is up here, isn't it? Guess what you're going to do? You're going to use the top triangle. Everybody see the top triangle? X and 12 are lengths, aren't they? So why don't we use Pythagoras' theorem? Square the two smaller sides, add them together, equals the larger side squared. So what should I write down? X squared plus x squared equals 12 squared. And there you go, you're off to the races now. And then what's x squared plus another x squared? 2x squared. And that's 144. Divide by 2. Will somebody tell me what root 72 is? Corrected 2 decimal places. 8.48. Is it 8.49? I think it's 8.49, guys. Once again, was there any decimal errors rounding there?